Hey everyone, this is Haley from Cartooniverse, and today I'm here with Michael to report on some news of the Lion King live action, well, not really live action, CG
Yeah.
remake of that's coming out soon. And we just got a release date for this movie, along with the Frozen 2 release date, which everyone is also really excited for, I am sure.
Yes.
Yes. So the Lion King remake is going to be released on July 19th, 2019. And the Frozen one will be November 27th, 2019. I believe many people thought it was going to be released later, the Lion King one, but it got pushed forward in place of maybe the second. I can't remember, but it got moved forward, which is great because I'm a huge Lion King fan, and I couldn't wait for this remake, even though, it might not be the most necessary thing, because literally in Lion King, there is not a single human character. So they can't even... They can't even call this live action, where people were debating with the Jungle Book one. Oh, is this live action? Is this CG? I mean, that was like 99% CG, so it couldn't really be kind of what is live action at that point. But Lion King one, this is definitely not live action unless they got real animals too.
Yeah. You could call it live action. I think Jungle Book, since it's a real person interacting with CG. Similar to like Pete's Dragon, which that had more like real people. It's so that's a little gray, I guess. But Lion King, I don't know why they're calling. I don't know if Disney's officially calling it live action or just people are calling it live action. I guess they're just kind of going along with because it'll be live action-esque. It'll look realistic, so to speak. I don't know if I agree with that decision. But they're just kind of going along with the whole remake brand that they've been doing. They did Jungle Book, Cinderella. They're doing Mulan, which isn't gonna have music, which I don't understand. So they're just kind of going with that. But yeah, I don't know if this is because I love Lion King. Lion King is a classic. It is one of the best Disney movies, top 5 easily. So I don't know. For me, for remakes, I feel like there needs to make sense to do a remake of, and I feel like Lion King is one of those that doesn't quite make sense, but judging by the previous Disney live action remakes that they've been doing, they'll probably do a good job. So I'm I'm just more of unnecessary, but they'll probably be fine, I think.
Yeah, they've done a good job in the past, and you make a good point. This is a pretty recent film. Plus, I don't know, it's just not even live action, so really what? And it was released in 1994, so it looked really nice. It still holds up today.
Yeah.
Compared to other Disney films, especially the older ones that they're remaking. But yeah, this I don't know, but it'll be cool to see the changes that they make, which we can talk about in a second. But first, we learned that they casted a couple of voices, only 4 so far, I believe, for the movie. Unfortunately, the only one that looks like they're returning at this point is James Earl Jones, who did Mufasa in the first one, and he's doing Mufasa again. And the other 3, Pumbaa, Simba, and Timon, I believe are different people.
Yes.
Which they're all. It wasn't that long ago, so I'm kind of confused about this. So we have Seth Rogen for Pumbaa, Donald Glover for Simba, and Billy Eichner, I believe.
Yeah, Billy Eichner.
For Timon. Yeah, so I don't know all of them, but
yeah, I could see Seth Rogen. I know everyone except for Billy Eichner. Apparently Billy Eichner has a TV show. Seth Rogen I could see as Pumbaa. I don't know about Billy Eichner. I feel like Nathan Lane just did such a great job as Timon.
I know.
Yeah, it's just so perfect. Donald Glover I could definitely see as adult Simba for sure. I don't know why, because I don't know why they didn't just get the original, but I guess they're just kind of trying to change it up and get a newer, more updated cast to kind of get audiences interested, I suppose, more interested, and probably even reel in some of the younger audiences as well, and get them into the Lion King, and also just kind of get people who make sense. So I think Donald Glover definitely makes sense. I could see Seth Rogen as Pumbaa. I don't know about the singing aspect for Seth Rogen.
They usually get different people for singing.
Usually, yeah. But I feel like Seth Rogen has such a distinct voice, it might be kind of tough, but we'll definitely see it. I just can't imagine his voice singing, but I've never heard him voice act where he did a different voice. So this is definitely interesting casting. I don't know much about Billy Eichner, so I can't speak on that. But Timon and Pumbaa are Disney favorites, so hopefully they can do him justice.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and obviously we'll have different voices for when they're younger. Simba and Nala are younger, and of course, because they grew up. But so I'm also excited to see the rest of the cast. If anybody else is returning, not that that's what I really focused on when I was a kid or anything, but still, later looking on later, I was like, oh, interesting. So as regards to changes, what do you think they could change, or what do you think is going to be changed in this besides, the cast and the look overall? Because this is going to look pretty realistic from what I've heard.
Yeah, I don't know if there's like any major plot points I think necessarily should be changed. I just feel like everything was just so well done in The Lion King, because like Jungle Book, they changed a few things. Obviously the cast and the look of it overall. King Louie was a giant ape, and they actually had Mowgli stay with Baloo and Bagheera instead of leave with that cute girl holding water, which I guess was sort of like, I guess the message of you should be with your own people was a little bit weird. Sure. Not necessarily appropriate, could be kind of misconstrued in a wrong way. So I guess that's why they kind of changed that. I didn't see the Cinderella remake. I don't know. Have you seen that?
Nope.
Okay, so we can't really speak on that. Cinderella is a pretty basic story, but with Lion King, I'm not sure where they could go with it as far as changing it, because I feel like the story arc makes sense. Everything it's concise. Like, I don't know. There's nothing that I can really see change. Maybe I don't know. I don't know what they would change there. I don't think they should.
I think one thing they could integrate some of the stuff from the musical, because it's a bit different. There's a couple different things, so they could just do that. Although it's kind of weird, because in the musical, if I remember correctly, that Scar has a thing for Nala or something. So I don't know if they do that, because that
interesting.
Yeah. And it is. I'm like, whoa. When I learned that, I was like that's weird, but it happened in the musical, and it's still going on, I'm pretty sure. So they could either put some the lines or kind of points that the musical does differently than the actual movie.
Yeah.
But other than that, I can't think anything off the top of my head. Maybe some new different characters, or change the hyenas, or just up who's I don't know how many, or just the hyenas, they could make more of them female, or just I don't know. A lot of changes, little changes that could happen, I think.
Yeah, mostly with the casting, I think. Story wise, I don't think there's a lot of changes. I like the Scar and Nala idea though. Yeah, everything else, I think it's just pretty much keep it the same, more or less. Little tiny minor dialogue changes here and there, but I think the story arc should mostly stay the same. So it's a remake, but it's just different enough. Maybe the tone's a little different, because Jungle Book felt a little darker, sort of, which was kind of due to it being kind of hyper realistic. And they added the wolves. I don't know if that was as prominent in the movie. I don't think it was. No,
it was just barely in the hand drawn one.
Right. Yeah. So that's something that they added. So yeah, like you said, they could add more to other iterations of The Lion King, like the play, and since it's based off of Hamlet's, maybe they could add more Hamlet elements into it that weren't in the original animated movie.
Yeah, I think it could also maybe somehow integrate to the second movie better, because obviously when they made the first one, the first Lion King, they weren't thinking of a sequel or anything. Maybe they could have that in mind for this one. And kind of make, I don't know, put Zira in it or something. I don't think that's gonna happen. But that was just that'd be cool to see.
Yeah, it'd be too much to fit though in one movie.
That's true. Just seeing her at least, because in the first movie we didn't see any of that, obviously. Yeah. But something like that. I just feel this, we do acknowledge that the second there's second movie happening.
Yeah, give a little more background to Scar and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Anything else?
Frozen 2?
Oh, yes, I did. I don't know. I didn't look up too many specific details for that besides the release date, which is in November of 2019, which was, the first one was also released in November. But did you find any information about the second movie?
Yeah, so Frozen 2. So, Frozen 2, as stated before, November 27th, 2019. Same exact voice cast. You have Kristen Bell, Dina Menzel. They're going to be reprising their roles, which obviously that would probably need to happen. Jennifer Lee is going to be directing it again, which is good. Same voice actor for Olaf, and he's actually getting an animated TV special this year, which I was not aware of. Not sure what they're going to do with that. They love them some Frozen shirts, boy. There's going to be a Broadway show in 2018, which is directly related to the movie, but maybe there'll be some new elements added to the sequel, potentially. Elsa's going to get a new dress. Very important information.
Yes.
So this movie's equivalent of Let It Go apparently is going to be a big duet between Anna and Elsa instead of just Elsa. So I guess the staple song of this movie is going to be more focused on the sister relationship rather than just Elsa's internal issues. Apparently confirmed Elsa will not die. Not sure we needed that confirmed. I think that was pretty much implied. Anyway, Olaf apparently is going to be getting a girlfriend, which is interesting. I guess they're just going to make a new snow girl and bring her to life. And I think that's it. That's like all the info. Yeah. So that's a little bit of info. So I'm pretty excited because we haven't really ever gotten any real like Disney sequels that were like proper and released in theaters. So now we're getting Frozen 2 and Wreck-It Ralph 2, which I think is pretty cool, and it's all the same team, same directors and everything. So I think they could do this right instead of as opposed to the straight to video sequels that weren't as nearly as good as the originals. I think they can actually make a proper sequels / proper franchises to these movies. Hopefully they don't go too overboard, get like 8 Frozen movies, and it's just getting ridiculous. But I think it's definitely smart to make a Frozen sequel, considering how popular it was. And I like the original Frozen. I think it was just in my face too much all the time.
Exactly. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But I did like the original Frozen. I thought it was well written. I thought it was very self-aware of Disney tropes. I liked the little twist at the end, where the true love was a sisterly love and not your generic romantic love. The music was catchy and good, so I have high hopes for Frozen 2 and Wreck-It Ralph 2 as well. But yeah, what do you think?
Oh well, yeah, I'm totally excited for Wreck-It Ralph 2. I don't need a. That's pretty obvious. But Frozen 2, I mean, like I said, like you said, kind of. It was a good movie, but then like just how much it was all in our faces. A lot of people go like, oh, well, never mind. This is annoying.
Yeah, exactly.
Like the older people, obviously, right. The kids love it. They're all singing "Let It Go" and whatnot. But this is. I guess it's cool that we're getting proper sequels now compared to just straight to DVD ones. That'd be cool. Yeah. Seeing more in the future. Maybe for movies I liked more. I don't know. They've already done most of them. Well, back then.
Yeah, they haven't really. I don't think they've ever really done that though. Like a actual theatrical released sequel to a Disney movie. They've done Pixar obviously, but just a Disney movie. I don't think they've ever really done that before. Well, I believe. I could be wrong.
I think technically Peter Pan 2 was, or Little Mermaid 2, one of those. Huh. Yeah, I don't know. It was random. Like it wasn't made to be, but it just somehow got released in theaters. I believe that happened with at least one of those sequels. Yeah, but yeah, those are actually made by the same studio that made the television shows. So which really said a lot about their quality. Wow. That's a whole different video for a whole other time, pretty much. But yeah, that was that was when I was a kid, so I was loving that. But then looking back on a lot of them, I was like, oh yeah, they're not that good. Yeah, so hopefully Frozen 2 will be good, for both the kids and the older people, fans, older Disney fans. Yeah, so I'm excited. I guess you're right. There's potential here, and they're bringing back all this, all the people that worked on it and the cast. So there's no reason why this should be bad. And it seems like if we learn more about like maybe Elsa's magic or anything like that, I would like that because I felt like there wasn't really touched upon too much. But that was like a whole part of the movie, but we didn't really learn about it.
Yeah, I would like to see some like world building, like kind of explaining the magic, why she has these powers. Are there other people out there in the world who have similar magical abilities and stuff like that? I would love to see that. But yeah, I know like Disney's doing a lot of sequels and like reboots lately. I've noticed. Besides like their Marvel stuff, It's mostly just sequels and reboots. I'm like looking at the schedule now. Actually have a Wrinkle in Time movie coming out, which we actually did a theory about that related to Connie, for you Steven Universe fans watching. So that's pretty interesting. I've never actually read the book, so I guess this will be my introduction, essentially. But yeah, there's not a ton of original movies. You got Wrinkle in Time, Magic Camp. I don't know what Magic Camp is. But yeah, you have the Mulan remake, you have Incredibles 2 finally next year. Wreck-It Ralph 2 is coming out November next year as well. There's a Mary Poppins sequel because reasons. But yeah, there's more original stuff in 2019, it looks like. But yeah, Disney's killing it right now. They have like incredible lineup. But yeah, apparently this pushed back, I think Frozen 2, or it was either Frozen 2 or Lion King. I think it was Frozen 2, pushed back the new Indiana Jones to 2020.
Oh yeah, that was it. Okay.
Yeah. So I think that was like the only major schedule change, like rearranging thing, which this has got to be really difficult to do. I do not envy the people who have to come up with the schedule for this stuff, because it's insane. But yeah, so yeah, Indiana Jones coming out for those who want to see that. Force One apparently wasn't that good, but yeah, so that's it. I think. Any last thoughts?
Well, like you said, Disney seems to be doing a great job, and I'm really excited to see where they go in the future with these movies. Hopefully, their sequels turn out to be good, and these upcoming remakes also are good. They have a lot to live up to, since the past ones are pretty good for the most part.
Yeah, we also got a Cars 3 trailer today, I believe. It looks fine. It wasn't as intriguing as like the first teaser where Lightning McQueen's just like rolling on. It's just like I feel like I didn't get anything from this trailer. It just like was just kind of there. It didn't really tell me anything, didn't really intrigue me. It was just like, oh man, you gotta get back on top again, Lightning. Be an inspirational and stuff, and it was just like kind of lame. It doesn't mean the movie's gonna be lame. I'll probably go see it, check it out. I still have to see Cars 2. I've never seen it. But
oh wow,
yeah, but yeah, it looks like it didn't reel me in really. So yeah, I don't know if you've seen it or not.
I don't think I saw the trailer, but I have seen Cars 2, and I was a huge fan of Pixar at the time, so I liked anything they made. But then like looking back, it was not as good as most of their other movies.
Yeah, that's what I've heard. Yeah, and apparently they're making this sequel to kind of make up for Cars 2, apparently, is what I've heard. So hopefully it'll be pretty good. It just didn't like really intrigue me like the first trailer or even the second trailer did. So yeah, but we'll see. It's coming out in like 2 months. So
oh my gosh, time flies. Wow. Yep. Cool. Well, that was a ton of Disney news for one video.
Yes.
So we'll end it here. So thank you guys for watching, and let us know what you think about all these sequels, remakes, and all the other upcoming Disney movies. Thanks for watching.
See you.